The Ugandan government was recently asked to withdraw its troops from South Sudan by the US government and members of the Intergovernmental Authority on Development. The international community, which had initially approved Uganda's military expedition, says the pullout is meant to facilitate the ceasefire deal signed in the Ethiopian capital in January. But Uganda's Minister of Foreign Affairs, Kuteesa, says the UPDF will only pull out once a neutral force from the region is deployed to prevent more bloodshed.
These countries are South Africa, Angola, Ethiopia, Tanzania, Uganda, Chad, Algeria. We have therefore called on the Peace and Security Council of the AU to kickstart this mechanism.
South Sudan's Defense Minister Kuol Manyang last week said their government was footing the entire bill of the UPDF's operations in their troubled nation. But Minister Kuteesa denies that claim.
Unfortunately, we tried to contact him, but he's out of the country. As far as we know, we are footing the bills of UPDF in South Sudan. But of course, if South Sudan wants to relieve us of that burden, we'll be more than happy.
The calls for UPDF's withdrawal from South Sudan recently stirred tensions between the international community on the one hand and the Kampala and Juba administrations on the other. President Salva Kiir's spokesperson on 6th February told journalists that the UPDF will remain in their country to maintain peace and hunt down Joseph Kony, the reclusive rebel leader of the Lord's Resistance Army.
So if you bring Kony, then there's no problem. They can come back as soon as possible.
As pressure mounts for Uganda to pull its troops out of South Sudan, a UN landmine clearing team has reported finding remnants of cluster bombs along areas where fighting broke out. The revelation points an accusing finger to the Ugandan government and South Sudanese armies.
There is evidence, actually, there is on record that cluster bombs have been found in southern Sudan way back in September last year. And this unexploded ordnance must be part and parcel of what was found then.
The explosives that are dropped by air or fired by artillery scatter bombs across a wide area can kill and maim civilians long after the conflict has ended. The denial comes amid reports of fresh fighting in Malakal, the capital of South Sudan's Upper Nile state. The latest round of fighting is the most serious since the signing of the ceasefire deal in January. Uganda deployed its troops in South Sudan in the wake of an alleged coup by soldiers loyal to the former sacked Vice President Riek Machar to overthrow his former boss, President Salva Kiir. It's not clear how many Uganda People's Defense Forces troops have been on the ground that helped salvage the youngest nation from ethnic cleansing. However, it is estimated that over 2,000 people died in less than 1 week of violence that had taken ethnic dimension. Sudhir Byaruhanga, NTV.